Yeah, okay. Whew. So here we go again, more Mr. Beast topics here. On the same topic, nonetheless, I'm sure everyone has gotten their fill by now, much like they would if they were eating some Feastables. So, Dogpack 404 released his second video yesterday, and I spent most of the evening staying up and watching it. I was up super late, watching his video, and then watching videos adjacent to it. So, in this second video, he interviews a prior employee of MrBeast, Jake Weedle. I think it's how you pronounce his last name. Interesting fellow. Funny guy. I went and watched some of his stand-up work that he has on his YouTube, and I hadn't really heard of him before. I do stand-up once in a while, so anytime I find another comedian, I feel like I have something that I can look at and at least kind of get an idea of what kind of person this is. I didn't really need to with him after the interview. Because he really opens up. I do believe it was very sincere, and it does not paint a very nice picture of one Jimmy Beast. Um, he mentions some of the challenges that he had to do while working for the company and the damage it did to his psyche and to his body. And he mentions how Mr. Beast treated it directly. And it does not, like I said, does not paint a nice picture. It paints one of someone willing to throw someone else's health kind of out the window for personal gain. But I guess you could kind of also feel that way for anyone that's really ambitious, which, if Mr. Beast, if nothing else, is very ambitious. The guy is definitely motivated to get things done, and he does. The question is how is he getting it done legitimately, and are his practices above water? Are they good practices? I'm going to say no, judging by everything I know. And the first video I got some heat for because I came off kind of accusatory in my tone, which wasn't really my intention. It was more of an excitement because I was like, what the hell is happening? But I do understand watching it back. Okay, I did come off as kind of accusatory, and I did re-correct that, I think, in the next videos that I've done a little bit. Just a little bit. I do want to give the benefit of the doubt for the most part. But, we know he fakes the videos. I've always known he faked the videos. When I saw the couple that I saw, I knew it was bullshit. It's pretty obvious. It's not meant for intelligent people. Like, I'm not saying that you're dumb if you like MrBeast videos. I got a friend who calls me out on these MrBeast things. He's a big fan of MrBeast, and he thinks that a horror movie is made for stupid people. He doesn't think the people that like it are necessarily stupid. He thinks it's made for stupid people. The irony of this is he's a MrBeast fan, and MrBeast content is not made for intelligent people. It's made for young, mushy brains. It's simple, dumb entertainment, and that's what it is on face value, and that's what it is. There's nothing deeper to it, clearly. If you see anything beyond that, you've never worked around anything that requires a script, ever. Like, it's pretty simple, cut and dry. Fake stuff. Cool, no problem. I have no problem with faking your videos for entertainment. Doesn't affect me at all. It's when some of the other things that get me are, the giveaways and stuff. If that's true, that's just a straight up crime. There's evidence now. He hasn't been convicted, but it's pretty clear that what he did was illegal. That the illegal lotteries, it's pretty clear. It's cut and dry. You see the evidence, you see it on tape, or well, on video, not on tape. That's how old I am. Things are still on tape when they're not. But, the one thing that really gets me, and anyone that's been around me for a while or watched my channel, I like to throw the wood chipper image up there once in a while. I save that for people that harm kids. I bring this up, not because of the predatory nature of how Jimmy's business is marketed towards children, because it is. That's what marketing is. It's a predatory thing. I don't mean it in a super negative light when I say that about business and marketing and sales. It's predatory. There's nothing else to describe it as. It's what it is. You are finding a target, you're finding its weakness, and you're exposing its weakness to get your gain and your benefit. That's what marketing is. Nothing wrong with that. When you approach kids with it, it's a different area. It's a much more gray area for me. But again, we don't bitch at McDonald's for their marketing towards children. I remember they used to have candy cigarettes when I was a kid. And all the cigarette people were cartoon characters, But what does worry me is when you have actual predators, child predators, on your staff, and you are aware of this fact. I talked about the Chris Tyson, however the name is now, about the predatory behavior of this person and the questionality of did Mr. Beast know about it? After listening to this interview and hearing about this other person that is a registered offender working for Mr. Beast, having worked for Mr. Beast in the past, at very least, and being in videos, to the point where they knew who he was, they knew what he was. They'd make him wear a mask so it wouldn't show his face, and they wouldn't say his name on camera because they were trying to hide. This is the allegation, because they were trying to hide what he did and who he was. This is an allegation that was made, and then as soon as that's made, people are doing research and getting online and doing the detective work and hitting Twitter and hitting databases and hitting public records and archives, and they're putting two and two together, combing old videos. Lo and behold, they find a guy that looks just like the dude. The mask they put on him was not a good cover. It was like a Batman mask type deal. It was like from here, across the nose, above the eyes and forehead. And everything else is at the bottom of his nose, you can see. And when you see this guy's picture versus the mugshot, you take that mask away, it's the same fucking guy. It's pretty clear. And the accusation, the conviction wasn't just like, oh, he was 18, the girl was 17 or 16. It was against a 1 to 11-year-old child. To clarify, Mr. Beast knew this going in. His staff knew this. This guy was management on their team. And it sounds like he may have been the brother-in-law, the ex-brother-in-law of one of the other guys. I don't know all the group. You guys might know better. I don't want to say names of those guys because I don't remember them all, and I don't want to put two and two or even name the names. I'll let the other guys that have been more involved with this do that part. And it's good for you guys to do research too, not just take my word for it. Go look it up. It's not hard to find right now. It's fucking everywhere. But that's pretty nasty stuff, man, when you know that. That becomes a whole nother level of any doubt. So any doubt that I had about Mr. Beast knowing about the allegations against Chris Tyson are out the window. He absolutely knew. I can't imagine he didn't know if he already knew about this other person. And it's disgusting that you would have someone working in your business that is geared towards children, and you would bring a predator, a sex predator, into your staff for entertainment of children. I know Disney has done it. Nickelodeon has done it. That's been coming out a lot lately. We've been saying it. I was getting grief for years for saying this, that they were doing that. And everybody's, oh, you're a liar. You're making this up. You're wrong, Jay. You're wrong. This isn't true. Disney, Nickelodeon don't do that. And guess what? You guys were all freaking wrong. Kiss my ass. I called it. I'm not even a conspiracy guy. I just put two and two together better than some people sometimes. So you have this guy working for you that's a criminal. I don't care if he did his time and he paid his community service. You don't do that as a pedo. If you hurt a kid, it's a permanent damage thing. You can never pay that back. You cannot, in my opinion, pay that back. You can't right that wrong, in my eyes. Maybe to God, he's a lot more forgiving than I'm going to be about it. I'm going to tell you that right now, dude. I don't associate with those people for a reason. If I have to for like work, because I've had to in the past, keep a professional face in front of those people, it's disgusting to me. And I hate myself for having to be polite because I want to keep my job. It's stupid, and I shouldn't have to worry about it. But anyway, bitterness aside, it's not good. It's not a good look for your company. And then to me, that's the worst part of it. That is by far to me the worst. I don't care about faking videos. Even the lottery thing, the giveaway thing, to me that's red tape. You're going to do a giveaway. It's still geared towards kids. I get it. You're trying to make money. That's your target audience. I grew up in the 80s and 90s when cartoons were still made to sell toys. It's the same concept. It's a very similar thing. The lottery thing, the government doesn't want you to steal because they don't like competition. Isn't a joke, man. That's a real thing. The fraud thing is really not great. The other egregious thing that other people are going to have, I'm surprised that the environmentalist fans haven't lost their shit. His production company destroyed a beach, is the allegation. Destroyed the beach, and instead of cleaning it up, they had his community service branch, his charity branch, come and clean it up. And acted like they were doing some great deed and touted that. That's the accusation. If that's true, and there's paperwork, there's evidence. I didn't look enough into the evidence myself. I saw some of it, so I'm going to at least bring it the possibility of it. I'd like to sit and read every bit of documentation. I just don't have time for that because I have a fucking life. Kind of. But it's pretty bad, but that's not the worst. The worst to me is the pedophiles you have hanging out with you, man. Like, how many of them are there? Like, is there more? Are we going to find more? Are you going to shake a tree and a bunch of child predators are going to fall out of it at MrBeast Industries or whatever the damn company's called? Dude, if you're Pied Pipering, it's not good. So the next question is, where does this go from here if these allegations are true and if there's worse? Because if this is what they found, and MrBeast has just gone through, they've been scrubbing videos. There's something like 80 plus videos last time I checked that have been scrubbed of content and like redacted things and edited. Older videos, not newer stuff that they'd have a real good reason to edit. But they're going back and they're whitewashing some of their shit. He's got this big deal with Amazon coming up, and he's going to want to start cleaning his closet. He should have done it a long time ago. Start by not hiring child predators, man. I get that they were your friends. Maybe you didn't know they were like that when you were first friends with them. But I haven't had a hard time cutting off friends like that. It doesn't bother me to tell them never to come around my house. You know, I got kids. I don't have time for that. Maybe if you're going to surround, if your industry and your target audience is kids, then that needs to be what your target audience is, and your life should probably kind of exemplify that in your personal life, dude. Like, that's just grown-up talk. That's just adult advice for you, Jimmy, because I'm a chunk older than you, as my guess. I don't know how old you are, but you're probably a clip younger than I am, man. And I've learned, man, if you're gonna be working around kids, if that's your target audience, then you need to just at least don't have child predators working for you, dude. Like, it's fucking like, how does this not compute? You shouldn't have to go back and write it away. What you should do, if this is true, come out and say, yeah, I'm sorry, it's true. I knew about it, and here's why I didn't say anything. And if you were to come out and be honest, say, hey, these were my good friends. I've known them for a long time, and I started separating them from certain things. But I couldn't just separate because they were my good friends. I'd at least kind of listen to you. Kind of. I'd kind of have some compassion. But if it comes out that you just knew about it and you're completely complacent, then you're an asshole, dude. Then you're a jerk. And that's the nicest shit I can say about you, if that's true. And I mean, I can say a lot worse. Believe me, I got a mouth on me. I'm hoping it's not true, man. I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt still, but it's looking really bleak for you. That said, is it looking bleak for MrBeast, guys? No, it's not looking bleak for MrBeast. Dr. Disrespect is making a comeback after being obviously a pedophile. Why isn't good? What would hurt Jimmy? He's got way more money than Dr. Disrespect. You know, you're not gonna end the guy's career. Even if the guy has to do a stint in jail because of fraud or illegal lotteries, he's not done. He can do whatever he wants, man. He's got enough money. You're not gonna do anything to him. What are you gonna do? Put him in jail for a short time? His money's gonna sit there and accrue interest. It's gonna hurt him for a couple of years? And then he comes back and is a reformed YouTube channel or something, or doesn't even need it anymore. He might lose his Amazon deal. I think it's Amazon that he's in a deal with right now, but I doubt it. I doubt it. Amazon is run by the most corrupt son of a bitch on the planet, one of them. Like Jeff Bezos, you think he gives a shit? What's he going to do? We're going to lose face. I just spent billions and billions of dollars to send myself into orbit. I hope you enjoy those cheap Chinese-made shoes that cost you $150 and cost 25 cents to make. At least Amazon got them to you the next day. Fucking, come on, man. This world is so corrupt, dude. Look how many politicians are still in power. And you think MrBeast is just going to be folded? I don't think so, man. I'm more of a pragmatist than that. I'm hoping it's wrong. I do. I really do hope for the. I hope that he is the best guy he should be. But to do that, you need to at least address this situation out loud and to your audience, at least to the parents of your audience. It's just the right thing to do, man. That very minimal. And if you're innocent, then just come out and say you're innocent. Tell your lawyers to shut up because you're looking worse. If you're just if you're not talking at all, your lawyers are making you look guilty. And the public opinion is the court if you're innocent that you should be worried about. Because if you're innocent, the legal court ain't gonna matter. The justice system can work. You got good enough lawyers. But the court of public opinion is a lot more damning than the justice system, dude. That's all I'm saying, man. That's my advice to you, Jimmy. If you're an actual legitimate guy. That said, I do think you're probably just some power hungry asshole. But who isn't, man? I wouldn't mind having your money, bro. I'm not even hating on that. Good for you. I'm glad that you're rich, bud. I love to see people succeed. Hopefully it's good people succeeding. So don't be a douche. Fix it. Get out there and do what you need to do, man. Man up. Gird yourself like a man and stand up for yourself, or tell everybody you fucked up and tell them why. And God forbid you come out as having done something worse. Because if you have, which I'm not saying, not suggesting you have, if you have, dude, pack up and leave now because it's going to come out. All right. If you guys have any thoughts on this, put it in chat. I'm sure a lot of grifters from MrBeast are going to come after me again, get mad at me. Luckily, it's not really in the comments. It's mostly my personal life where people bitch at me for it, but I don't care. You can be wrong in the same pants you got right in. I don't care. Anyway, let me know in the comments below what you think. Give a like to the video. Sub to the channel if you haven't. I could really use it. Just a growing channel. I did invite Jake. Shouldn't call him Jacob. He went by Jake. It's just a habit. Jake Weddle to. I emailed him and asked if he'd mind coming on for an interview, not just to talk about this, but other stuff. I don't know if he'll get back to me. If he does, you'll find out because you'll hear it here. Here's hoping. Anyway, move out. Thoughts and prayers.